It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for our neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty woods, a neighborly day for our beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in this neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Hi, television neighbors. Welcome back to this television neighborhood. See what I brought today? This is a Inspector Gadget music from the motion picture soundtrack CD cassette paper that you see right here. This is the Da Vinci Code category that you see right here. And this is the Rowan scene selection that you see right here. Now, before we go visit our neighborhood candle factory, we have just enough time for some make-believe before we go over there. But before we have some make-believe, I just want to sing you one song before we have some make-believe. Let's think of something to do while we're waiting. While we're waiting for something new to do. Let's try to think of a song while we're waiting. While we're waiting for something new to do. Let's try to think of a song while we're waiting. While we're waiting till something's through. You know it's really alright. In fact, it's downright quite bright to think of something to do that's specific for you. Let's think of something to do while we're waiting. Alright, now I think it's time to get the trolley in. We'll have some make-believe right now. Alright, last time in the neighborhood of make-believe, we were pretending that King Friday and Queen Sarah and XDL were all making a candle paper suitcase to show Harriet Elizabeth Cow at the school of someplace else in the neighborhood of make-believe. Let's pretend that handyman Joe Negri, played by my dad, is trying to help XDL, King Friday, and Queen Sarah with the candle-making suitcase. But it's not going so well. So why don't we pretend that handyman Joe Negri is still making the final flaming touches on the neighborhood suitcases, but he's having some worries about it. To the neighborhood of make-believe, trolley.
Almost one.
Huh?
Oh my. X, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm having so much trouble with my candle suitcase.
I think you need some professional guidance, Handyman Joe Negri?
I think I do as well. I think maybe we should go to the neighborhood candle shop factory and see if they can figure this out.
Why, that's the best idea you ever thought of, Mr. Negri.
Well, thank you so much, X.
And-
I like to have good ideas.
And I think the most important thing to do is ask King Friday and Queen Sarah what their input on this matter is.
Oh, okay. If only they were here.
Handyman Joe Negri, fire metal of ordinary suitcase designer, I presume.
Yes, I think that's part of the problem, Your Highness. The whole title thing is so convoluted and I get confused and I don't know if I'm making suitcases or candles or fire metal or whatever. I'm just confused. I need help. What do you recommend that I do?
Well, I think you should make the metal candle suitcase for Harriet Elizabeth Cow as soon as you possibly can, Handyman Joe Negri.
Okay, Your Highness, I'll do my humble best. Let's hope it's good enough.
Why, hello, dear. It's Queen Sarah, and I'm here to help you.
Oh, thank goodness, Queen Sarah. I need all the help I can get. I'm confused. I'm alone. I need professional guidance.
Well, don't worry, dear. I can help you.
Oh, please do.
And Trolley, we'll think some more about that fire-making suitcase another time. Goodbye, Trolley. Well, I wonder how that fire-making suitcase will affect all those neighbors. Well, we'll pretend some more about that make-believe fire-making suitcase the next time. But right now, I would like you to meet some of the greatest fire-making candle makers in the world. So let's go over to our real candle-making factory to meet the 4 greatest people in the world, Miss Patricia, Amy, Ernie Beethoven, Chester, Buffalo, and Mr. Daryl
Buckingham.
Daryl Buckingham. So come along.
Where's your other brother, Gabriel?
Patricia, Daryl, Ernie, and Chester. Nice to meet you all.
Very nice to meet you, Victor Sprinkle. We're all big fans of your show.
Yeah, for sure.
At Buckingham, Beethoven, and Buffalo, it's often playing on the TV in the break room.
And Miss Amy.
At Amy, Buckingham, Beethoven, and Buffalo.
Yeah, let's not forget the A and the A, B, B, and B.
Yes, that's right.
So
Sometimes also called A triple B.
tell me something, fellas. When did you start making these renowned candles?
Well, I, for one, being the eldest of the candle factory, owners started making candles when I was 3 years old.
3 years old.
Yeah.
Child labor laws were very different.
Well, that's why we've got these ones. These are our 2 apprentices. You know, it's important in the candle making business. Margins are slim.
Child labor laws still alive and well.
Even for an operation as widely renowned as ours, we need to get highly trained employees at an affordable rate. So
Somebody needs to pitch in.
yes, we start the employees very young. This little guy's in quality control.
And
he makes sure that nothing's lethal in the candles.
And this must be Lewis.
That is little Louis Beethoven.
Candle.
Little Louis Candle Beethoven. We're very proud of him. He's a very good candle maker for an 11-month-old.
Mm-hmm. Put him to work.
Yes, this is 2 of his pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, Patricia.
Yes.
Now you got started in making your own fire candles when you were 7.5 years old. Is that true?
That is true. I would go into my room and have my own little candle making station, and I wouldn't come out for days.
Until you were finished.
Yeah.
That's right.
7 years old, experimenting with candles and my specialty, essential oils.
Oh.
Daryl.
Yes.
Now, you've been making these types of candles all your life.
You know,
what's your true secret?
You know, they initially hired me as an outside consultant. I have not been making candles my whole life, but they brought me into, spice up, no pun intended, the candle market with this new candle invention.
Wow.
As you can see here, we've got various winter pine shrubs, cinnamon sticks, and various dried citrus built into what is an outer shell of the candle. So it's a new innovation.
Ernie.
Yes.
Now, I hear that when you were 11 years old, you got started in making different colored candles when you were just a young boy.
Yes.
Is that true?
It is true. Yes. I began melting my plastic toys into the candle vats and saw that they created these beautiful swirls of color when they melted. And that's what got me started on experimenting with colored candles.
And his brain hasn't been the same since.
Yes, well, they do smell a little strange
those
when you
plastic
light them,
fumes.
but
What are you talking about here?
Now, I have just one final question for all 4 of you.
Otto. Yes.
That's the tripod.
Here, Beck, take this one.
We're good. We're stabilized.
I don't know.
Nice.
I have one last question for all 4 of you.
We're ready.
Patricia,
She's busy.
She's got an HR situation over here.
Ernie,
The junior employee is, yes.
Daryl,
Yes.
and Chester, and Patricia. I got one last question for you before I return back to my television home.
Yes.
We're listening.
I was wondering, I guess it must be fun to help young children understand the well-beings of making different candles and helping children learn the different ways to help make their fire glow in their hearts when they make the different candles out of different material. Is that true
Absolutely.
to all four of you?
It's wonderful to see the passion ignite in their little eyes. You know?
Now that we got rid of the plastic and the candle wax,
Yeah, we don't have to worry about,
brain damage.
what do you call it, undesirable outcomes. But yeah, and you know, they say small children need a job, and that keeps them busy, keeps them on task. They like to be involved. So,
We always tell the labor commissioner when he comes that these are family members.
yeah, this is daycare.
Well, thanks so much, Chester, Daryl, Patricia, and Ernie.
Victor, always a pleasure. Lovely to see you.
Thanks for having me at this neighborhood candle factory, but unfortunately I must return to my place. But it was great talking with you all and seeing your wonderful candles.
Come back
Great
anytime.
talking with you too, Victor.
Great talking with
Come
you.
back when you can stay longer.
I will. Well, now it's time to go back to my television home.
You guys like being part of the show?
You know, it gives me such a beautiful feeling to be able to tell you television neighbors that candles are made to keep your heart glowing whenever people around you feel the special ways to keep growing up inside yourself. And when people tell you that you have your own glow when you make candles, and when you feel the need to make it in your own heart, you can find the many ways to send your love to the people all over the world and be love to the people that glow inside of yourself and the people around you too. I like to show you my special birthday present from Monica. And here it is.
Here. Oh, sweetie. Now where's the other thing going down here? Oh.
It's such a good feeling to know you're alive. It's such a happy feeling. You're growing inside, and when you wake up ready to say, I think I'll make a snappy new day. It's such a good feeling. A very good feeling. The feeling you know that I'll be back when the week is new, and I'll have more ideas for you, and you'll have things you want to talk about. I will too. You always make each day and each week a special one for me. You know how? By just your being yourself. There's only one person in this whole wide world that is exactly like yourself in any way. And I like that about you. And I'll be back next time. Goodbye.